$10,000 off. While they last, get it to $7,000 off MSRP on 25 Bronco Sports. $7,000 off. Factory fresh new 26 F-150 STX crew cabs started under $41,000, and Lynn Leighton Ford will never add any dealer dock fee or ridiculous upcharge. Don't miss out on 0%, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 cost for maintenance for 2 years, and a $1,000 down payment assistant on a huge selection of new Fords. Hurry to Lynn Leighton Ford in the heart of Ford country, just a mile south of the Beltline indicator, or LynnLeightonFord.com.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all, with features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
Listen to the Rocket City Trash Pandas all season long.
Swung on, rocketed, left center field. That's going to get down and go to the wall. Montanelli at first. He's on his way to second, and he'll pull in. There's the first ever cycle in Trash Pandas history.
Trash Panda Baseball is only on Talk Radio WZZN. WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
It's a NASCAR triple header weekend in Indianapolis with the Truck Series tonight at the Lucas Oil Raceway. Lane Riggs plus 250, Chandler Smith plus 350, Caden Honeycutt 6-1. Tomorrow, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Pennzoil 250, Justin Allgaier the plus 350 favorite, Chase Elliott 4-1, Sam Mayer 6-1, and Danny Hamlin the plus 350 favorite to win Sunday's Cup race, the Brickyard 400. Tyler Reddick plus 550, Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson both 7-1. Braves and Orioles today at Camden Yards, Atlanta minus 101. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You need to be more like a dog.
Like what you guys are doing. You've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. Guys know what they're talking about.
Be a dog.
God bless the show. You are the Messiah.
We need more dogs.
This is the best show on radio.
The big dog, Thom Abraham, is here with you.
Hey, I see you. Hey, I see you, dog.
So settle in and get your bark on.
That's my dog.
Now live. Here he is, the big dog.
Let's go, baby.
Thom Abraham.
How you doing? 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 How you doing?
Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like Elle McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond? Get off my lawn.
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here. Oh, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That can only mean one thing, that it's Football Friday in the doghouse. I didn't even have to say anymore. It's always Football Friday in the doghouse, no matter what the season is, because as far as I'm concerned, it's football season. That's right, it's football season right now. Take a listen to the X. That's the very first Monday Night Football song. It's probably the single greatest piece of sports music ever recorded in the history of mankind. Now, we'll have football music for you throughout the show today, which is going to make it a little bit tough on the Bandy Man because he's still a one-man show back there as John and the crew are on their way back from Tampa. So there is that as well. But Football Friday also means the return of the Friday trifecta.
It's the holiest day of the week, the Friday trifecta.
It's the Owen Home Appliance Friday trifecta. It is back with weekly winners receiving Champy's Chicken. And our grand prize to be awarded after the Super Bowl is a fabulous prize package from Owen Home Appliance. Now, last year, we did an entire kitchen makeover. Remember that? We did the whole kitchen makeover. But the only issue with that is that some of you already had your kitchen, or you just got a new kitchen, or you want to rip the kitchen out of your house, and so on and so forth. And so for some of you, it didn't make a ton of sense to do that. But this year, we are leaning into something that everyone can use, as far as I am concerned, something along the lines of an outdoor kitchen. That's right, something that you can incorporate into an outdoor kitchen at your home. And details are still being worked out on this. I'm just going to tell you that right now. We're still working on the exact details being worked out in terms of what is going to be involved in when included in this stainless steel outdoor kitchen. But it's going to be fabulous. I can guarantee you that. It is going to be spectacular, and you're going to have a chance to jump on it. Now, look, for your newbies out there, okay? Because I know we get new listeners all the time. And you're like, what is he talking about? The Friday trifecta. This is how this works, okay? Each week, I put up 3 or 4 picks for college and NFL games. You make the selections, and there's only two ways to make the selection. One on the air, calling the radio show, or the other through the text window, which is exclusive to the Thom Abraham Show. Okay? That's it. Those are the only 2 ways that you can get this thing in. You don't post it on X. You don't put it on a Facebook page. You don't put it anywhere else because I won't see them. We get a lot of picks. I won't see them. So you either call them in or you can post them or text them to me at the text window. All right. Now, we post the picks on all the social media as well, from our flagship and my X feed at Thom Abraham Show. Now, here's the deal. I'm not 100% sure, with Grasshopper on the road right now, I don't know that he necessarily can get that thing posted right away. But if it's not posted right away, I can guarantee you that it'll be posted soon enough. All right, and you'll be able to see it on X, and you'll be able to get it in. My X feed is at Thom Abraham Show. Now, if you hit the weekly trifecta, you get fed from Champy's Chicken. And then you build points for every time you hit in the season-long grand trifecta, which ends after the Super Bowl. And we have the fabulous grand prize from Owen Home Appliance for you. Now, for the next several weeks, until the games start, we will run what we call the Future Fecta with win totals for select college and NFL teams. There will be 20 Future Fecta picks in all over the next 5 weeks. 4 teams per week over the next 5 weeks, and that will build your point total. Plus, if you're able to hit the Future Fecta, you will receive the Champy's Chicken as well, and you'll get your points on. I'll explain all of that here in just a moment. I'll get to the selections in a minute. Now, the lines are open right now, so feel free to jump in and contribute. 256-576-4977. That will get you into the show. Now, look, this is, if you've never called the show before, look, you're going to hear a lot of the legends get in. You're going to hear a lot of the usual legends getting into the show and making the picks, and that's good for you to kind of give you a little idea how to do it. But this is a great opportunity to make your first call to the show ever. This is a great chance for you to get in and get involved in the show. It's not a click. I know it feels that way sometimes, and you're like intimidated by calling this show, but it's not a click. So this would be a great opportunity for you to get in at 256-576-4977. Now, that number is good wherever and however you consume the show. We got a text window for you as well. We will read and react to those on the air, and you can get your picks in via the text window, 732-9TA-SHOW. That's 732-982-7469. Now, I will text Grasshopper. They're somewhere between Valdosta, Georgia, where they stopped overnight. They're somewhere between Valdosta, Georgia, and Huntsville, Alabama right now. I guess they're somewhere north of Atlanta, maybe. I don't know. I don't even know which way they're coming. Who knows? Maybe they're coming up the gut through Birmingham. I don't know. But I'll text him and see if there's any way he could get that thing posted for you up. But you're going to hear the picks here in a second. And finally, you can watch the show as well on WZZN TV on YouTube and on Facebook and on X. You can get that at my X feed, at Thom Abraham Show. All right, so here we go. These are the win totals that we are picking this week. Now, 12-game regular season only. 12-game regular season only. Alabama, over or under 8.5 wins. Tennessee, over or under 7.5 wins. Auburn, over or under 6.5 wins. Vandy, over or under 5.5 wins. Now, these are the actual Vegas numbers. Now, next week, we will add 4 more SEC schools, followed by 4 non-SEC college teams. Then we'll have 4 from the NFC and 4 from the AFC in the NFL. So to score points, each week you need to get 3 out of 4 picks right. If you get 3 out of any 3 out of the 4, if you get any 3 out of the 4 correct at the end of the season, when we grade them, if you get any 3 out of the 4 correct, you get 3 points on the big board. So you might be, by then, you might have 30 or 40 points. Who knows how you've been doing. But you're going to pick up 3 points for everyone. So if every single one of these 5 weeks, you got 3 right, 3 right, 3 right, you pick up 15 points. Right? 3 times 5 weeks. If you get all 4 of them right, if you hit on all 4 of these picks, then you get 5 points. So there's a potential here for 25 bonus points on your grand trifecta total going towards the grand prize from Owen Home Appliance. Plus, you'll get fed from Champy's Chicken. Now, this is not to be confused with Beat the Big Dog. That's our Thursday promotion in season. That's presented by the Music City Bowl. That's just one listener going against me. So on Thursdays, we do Beat the Big Dog. One listener gets through. He goes against me on 6 games. You get to hear the advice of the guys in the control room, whatever that's worth. And if you beat me, you get a I Beat the Big Dog t-shirt and tickets to the Music City Bowl. But that won't start until the games start, okay? I hope all of this is clear. Is all of this clear? Now, the legends are going to get in here, and they're going to let you know how this goes. All right, they will do that. Now, producing today, and he's got the responsibility of answering the phones, keeping us on the air, keeping the video going. As far as I know, he's by himself. It's the Bandy Man in there. And Bandy, Bailey Lowry, are you alone in the studio? Do you have Daniel? I'm sure that Grasshopper's not in yet. What is the story?
I'm all by myself.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Don't want to be.
You feeling good about handling this, being able to handle this all by yourself?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. We got the system down. We got the video going well, and I'm feeling good. It's going to be a good day.
Is the video going well? I haven't even looked at the video yet. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there you are. There you are. Hey, it's the Bandyman. There he is right there. So he is. He's on top of it. We're back to our normal skin. We don't have our SEC Media Day skin. And which is even better is that I can now see me on the live stream, which whatever you guys were doing before with that old one, I could never see me. So I like this better. And as you notice behind me here, I'll use this hand. Behind me here, that is our custom-made Friday Trifecta Owen Home Appliance skin that is up behind me in the Big Dog Production Studio. So I'm stoked about this.
It's just been a good week. We're back to a normal grind, and not like you said, but a new kind of Fecta, or like the future Fecta.
The future Fecta. Yeah, we've been doing the future Fecta for you because we're going to get started on this thing. So we've been doing this for a little while. Now, throughout the show today, no guests on the show today. No guests. Because I am going to sprinkle in with commentary some of my favorite sound from SEC Media Days as well. Little shortcuts, the best of the best from Tampa, and I'll stick them in there between the phone calls and so on. Totally random. And for the record, there's a nice piece in The Athletic today saying that Grissom High's John Sumrall is the best thing to happen to the Florida Gators since Urban Meyer 20 years ago. Now, look, I concur, but I'm going to say this. There's still plenty. I got a lot of friends still in Florida. I got family that lives in Florida. I was on the air in Florida for many years. I was at a Gators affiliate. There's a lot of skepticism down there still, thinking that this is just another G6 coach in the line of Billy Napier. You know what I mean? So, no, I don't believe that to be the case. But it's going to be a fun few years down there getting that program back to relevance. I also have some sound from Steve Sarkisian that you did not hear yesterday because Sark went well after the show was over. And I'll get to that. It's on the scheduling issues. And quite frankly, I am tired of hearing about any grousing about going to a 9-game SEC schedule. I'm done. I'm over it. It's a 9-game schedule. Deal with it. Like Nick Saban said yesterday, you know what? How about play all P4s? How about play a 9 or a 10-game SEC schedule? Saban said he loved it in 2020 when they played all 10 SEC games. And how about playing, a 9? I love this idea that was floated out there by Dusty Dvorak. 9 games in your conference and then 1 game against each of the other 3 power conferences. So 9 games in your conference, then a game against the Big 12, the Big 10, and the ACC. How about that? That's the way this should be. Let's get rid of the cupcake games. You say they need that money to build their programs. Okay, fine. Let's give them some money. Give them some money. Pay them anyway. Pay them anyway. All right. So we've got some sound for you, and we have got legends stacked up and ready to go. So just so you get an idea of how this works. Now, I don't know. Philip is one of our out-of-market listeners listening in Virginia, but he likes to get in and make picks anyway. So we're going to start with him. The Philip is up first. Philip, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, I'm all right. Sorry, a little far away from the phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, well, you sound like you're in the back of the bathroom or something over there.
I was. Okay, let's do the picks real quick. Knock that out.
All right, we'll do the picks first. All right, we'll start Alabama. Now, this is, again, 12-game regular season. Alabama over or under 8.5?
Under. They're going to
Tennessee
terrible this year.
Okay. Tennessee over or under 7.5 wins?
Under. They're going to suck something terrible this year.
Auburn over or under 6.5 wins?
Over.
And Vandy over or under 5.5 wins?
Over.
Okay. So 2 overs and 2 unders. All right. So what's going on?
Did you see that jackwagon that plays for the Dodgers? And I think he was a rookie. This was like Monday night, I think. What's his name there from Japan? Hits the ball.
That would be Otani, maybe you're talking about?
Otani.
Yeah.
Otani.
That guy, yeah.
Hits the ball, tries to get a double out of it, gets caught at second base, and the rookie young, flexible, athletic, speedy guy doesn't touch home before Johnny's thrown down at second base.
Oh, my gosh.
That's lollygagging. That is unacceptable. That's your back in single A.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You know how long it's been since I've seen somebody do something that freaking stupid on a baseball field, on a Major League Baseball field?
Yeah.
Since Alex Rodriguez swatted the ball out of the first baseman's glove.
Oh, I didn't think that was a stupid move when A-Rod did that. I mean, you know, that's what you're trying to do, right? You're trying to dislodge the ball. What's wrong with that?
You can't be serious.
What's wrong with that? You do it when you do it when you slide in, don't you? Don't you try to dislodge the ball from the catcher when you come into home?
You can't swat at it like a natty, like you're swatting at an ant or a gnat.
Yeah.
That was classless. It was juvenile, pathetic crap. Why he's on the air is unbelievable.
I have a baseball.
Why was Roger Clemens on the air the other night?
Oh, I thought Roger was really good. Man, I didn't mention that the other night. I thought he gave us some insight that you don't normally get, and he used some terminology I thought that was colorful and good. I think he's on Sunday night again because the Yankees and the Phillies are the Sunday night game, and Roger's going to be there again. It was Roger Clemens and Oral Hershiser because that's what they do on the Sunday night game on NBC. They have Bob Costas, who is like the host, and he weighs in during the game as well. And they got Matt Versagen, who is the play-by-play guy, is very good. And then they have two guys from the two teams that are playing. So I don't know who the guy is going to be representing the Phillies, but last week it was Roger Clemens and Oral Hershiser. I thought Roger was really good.
It's not about if he's good. Why do some of the steroid dudes get a break and some don't?
Hey, they had Barry on during the All-Star game.
Bow down to A-Rod and Clinton, but we're supposed to burn at the stake Mark McGuire and Sammy Sosa and Barry Bonds, but Roger Clemens. Oh,
no, Bonds was on the Fox coverage. Bonds was on the Fox coverage. A-Rod is on Fox. Bonds is on Fox. And Clemens. Now, look, McGuire and Sosa weren't Hall of Famers anyway. They wouldn't have been Hall of Famers anyway. Okay? So that's a whole nother thing. All right, let me move on because we get a lot of calls on a Friday. I appreciate you, Philip. I do have a baseball take that I may or may not get into the show here. We'll try. We'll see if we can get that in. LSU Lynch is up next. LSU Lynch, welcome to the show. How are you?
What? Today is the day. Is it not? It is the day.
It is the...
It's the holiest day of the week, the Friday trifecta.
We're back.
Hey! And I cannot wait to hear that guy call in. Look here. I'm not giving you picks. I'm just calling in to talk my stuff. You got my text. Look here, all you Auburn Suck fans. LSU Lynch will be October 24th at your Star Stadium, Section 6, Row 1, Seat 18 and 19. I done bought the pimp outfit, and I sent you that text too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to have sides. 97.7 The Zone will be on the side.
Nice.
It will be on TV. So we need to work out some kind of cash deal for how many times they show that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if you get. Do you know where your tickets are? Because if you're like in the upper tank, you're not going to be. Where are you?
6, row 1.
Row 1, like row 1, like down low. Row 1,
like row 1 behind Auburn.
Whoa, wow! Behind Auburn? Why didn't you go on the LSU side?
It's more fun.
Oh, okay.
You know I'm not scared.
But you can't see anything. That's the only problem is you can't see anything down there. It's so low.
But hey, you can see. I'll be able to see. Yeah.
You'll be watching the screen. The big screen.
I'll be watching them crying. But
are you texting your picks in?
Of my pimp suit? Now, when it comes in Wednesday, I'll send you a picture of it.
I mean, you texting. Are you going to text your pics in, or are you going to do them on air?
Yeah. I ain't giving.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna text them. And look here, me and my youngest son, we're going to Corleo's today. Are you going to have those gift certificates this year?
You know, I hope so. It's not my account. Steve Moulton handles them, and they're great. You know, they're really, really good people over there. I love Lalo and their team over there. I think it's the best Mexican restaurant around. And so Corlejos over there by Westminster Christian is outstanding in North Alabama. So I'm hoping that they're back. My guess is they will be.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go eat lunch over there. But, yeah, thank you for taking a day. Come on, Polly, and let's go LSU.
We're on Paulie Watch. Thanks for the call. My cousin Vinny. Hadn't heard from him in a minute. He's next. Vincenzo, welcome in. How are you?
I'm doing great, Tom. You haven't heard from me. I'm trying to get used to the time change. You know, you used to be on at noon. I'd grab my lunch, call you and all that stuff. But, hey, I'm loving this 10 to noon stuff, too.
There you go.
It's always great to, it's kind of like you're hanging around with your buddies talking football or listening to football or sports or whatever. It's a good
That's how I try to make. That's why I've never had a co-host. I mean, I got my guys in the control room that I let them chip in. If I want their opinion, I'll beat it out of them. But for the most part, I mean, my show, it's always been me and you guys, and that's the way it's always been. And I try not to big time yet. I mean, I try to make it. It's like my show is like the show Cheers. Those of you that are old enough to remember the show Cheers, that's kind of how my show is. I'm Sam, the bartender, and we're just dudes hanging out, talking sports.
There you go, and that's the way it needs to be.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm looking forward, and the new listeners may not know this. The old listeners may not remember. I'm looking forward to defending my Beat the Big Dog championship, and hopefully you'll work out that package with VIP tickets again.
Oh, yeah, we got that.
The Music City Bowl. And what a great time that was last year. It was colder than a moose yard out there, but it was just a great time. Anyway, go ahead.
I was going to say, we'll have that again this year and Beat the Big Dog. The weekly winners get tickets to the game, and then at the end of the year we do a drawing amongst the weekly winners, and somebody wins the VIP. They get upgraded into the VIP package, which is club seating and parking and the pregame and all that kind of good stuff.
Oh, it's a blast. It was just a complete blast last year. Anyway, I'm ready to make my picks if you want to do that.
All right. Bama, over or under 8.5?
I can't believe it's that low. We're going over.
UT, over or under 7.5?
I think they're going to have a decent season. I think they're going to win 8 games. They'll go over.
Auburn, over or under 6.5?
They'll win 6, so they're going to be under.
And Vandy, over or under 5.5?
Boy, they got to win at least 6 games, don't you think, Tom? I'm going over with them.
All right. We got you in, my friend.
All
good
right,
job by you. All right, man. Appreciate it.
And it's almost time for the DFL. You got to start pumping that.
Yeah, I've had people asking me about it already, and yes, there will be a Doghouse Fantasy Football League, and in August is when which is like August is a week away.
Like tomorrow, or
August is 20 minutes is August.
Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Nice talking with you, Tom. Bye-bye.
All right. So that's the way it works. All right. So if you're a newbie, get in and let us know that you're a first timer. And we'll give you a handle. You could tell us your handle. You could say, "Hey, I'm Tiger Rich," or whatever you want to be. Whatever. And if not, I'll gloss you. It just works like that. At 256-576-4977. We'll get our first break in. We'll come back with more right after this. We do have sound stacked up as well from the week at SEC Media Days. Back with more in a moment.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at All About Water. Crazy name, huh? Well, let me introduce you to them. All About Water is the top pond builder anywhere in the Tennessee Valley, and that includes remodeling or cleaning out existing ponds as well. They also have monthly maintenance plans for your pond. Don't have a pond? Well, how about a fountain or water feature for your property to bring that soothing sound of running water to your happy place? On the other hand, maybe you have water on your property that you don't want. Well, Ryan at All About Water is all about water, so he could take care of that as well. He has a background in fluid dynamics, and what that means is that he could take care of any water issue that you have. Finally, how about that irrigation system that you have or that you want? Well, they do installs and maintenance and repairs on those as well because they are all about water. Learn more at allaboutwaterllc.com. That's allaboutwaterllc.com.
Your Rocket City Trash Pandas are back home July 21st through the 26th. Promotions include an adult jersey giveaway on the 22nd, a beverage belt giveaway on the 23rd, and Pirate and Princess Night on the 24th. Get your tickets and learn more about our weekly promos by visiting tptix.com. That's tptix.com.
By now, you know about Eagle Masonry and Insulation, and maybe you know that Eagle also does landscaping and dirt work. But how about after paint work? Shower doors, shelving, and mirrors, all taken care of by Eagle, the same Eagle that takes care of all your masonry, insulation, and landscaping needs. Eagle brings the same level of expertise to all these disciplines, and they're ready to provide you with a free quote. The website is the same, insulatewitheagle.com, as is the phone number, 256-755-1556. Give them a call and see what Eagle can do for you. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer's satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
AL cert number 21014.
Welcome into the hottest and coolest game show around called The Freeze. Today's contestant, Bob. Bob, can you tell me the heating and air business that provides free service with repair?
Is it Talent Heating and Air Conditioning?
Can you tell me which heating and air business provides free second opinions?
Talent Heating and Air Conditioning.
You are our grand prize winner. You have won a visit from the #1 heating and air business in the Tennessee Valley.
Talent Heating and Air Conditioning?
That's right. Talent Heating and Air is coming to you.
This is Thomas with Talent Heating and Air Conditioning, and you don't have to win a game show to use us. We have free second opinions year-round, and we're doing free service calls with a repair. So just remember, call Talent Heating and Air Conditioning at 256-503-4490 or visit us on our website at talenthvac.com.
In the market for a new or used car? Look no further than Hyundai of Decatur. With a large inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Hyundai models, Greenway Hyundai of Decatur is here to service all of your Hyundai needs. Come visit our exceptional service department as well. With state-of-the-art facilities and a caring team of automotive professionals waiting to service your vehicle, make Hyundai of Decatur your #1 choice for all your automotive needs. Give them a call today at 256-274-0279 or visit them online at greenwayhyundaiofdecatur.com.
Looking for your next great round of golf? Take the short drive from the Tennessee Valley to the Bear Trace at Tim's Ford in Winchester. This spectacular Jack Nicklaus designed 18-hole course sits along scenic Tim's Ford Lake, featuring rolling fairways, challenging greens, and lake views that'll make the trip well worth it. Whether you're planning a weekly foursome, a company outing, or just sneaking in around, Bear Trace offers one of the best public golf experiences in the region. Book your tee time today at tnstateparks.com and play the Bear Trace at Tim's Ford.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the show is brought to you by my good friend Mike Owen at Owen Home Appliance. You know, I've known Mike for over 20 years, and no one knows the appliance business better than Mike. And he's always there to help support whatever we are doing on the show. And they've got all the major brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, Speed Queen, and more. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs, where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. Quality products, quality prices, quality service. Owen Home Appliance. Now, welcome back. Thom Abraham Show. Football music throughout the show. If you want to jump on board, you can do it 256-576-4977. We'll get you into the show. You can also hit the text window, 732-9 TA show. That's 732-982-7469. The Friday trifecta, the future fecta, is now posted at Thom Abraham Show and various other locations. So it is now posted, so you can go ahead and check that out as well. What we have for you is our first totals, our future totals, the first of 20 picks that we'll have over the next 5 weeks. We're starting out with Alabama at 8.5, over or under 8.5 wins. Tennessee 7.5, Auburn 6.5, and Vandy 5.5. Those are the Vegas numbers, and it's for the regular season only. All right, regular season only. Doesn't include playoff games, bowl games, conference championship game, none of that. It's just the 12 games in the regular season. And let me tell you something. If Alabama is under, if Alabama goes 8-4, you know, I'm not on the, you know, Kalen DeBoer isn't the right guy for the Crimson Tide bandwagon. I'm not in that camp at all. But if they go 8-4, I'm not saying that he would get blown out because I don't believe he would. But it would put him firmly 1,000% right in the middle of the hottest of hot seats going into the 27th season. I think the only thing that would get that guy blown out would be if they had a complete collapse and were sub 500 or 6-6.
It would have to be like a Penn State level disaster.
It would have to be a Penn State level disaster. It would have to be a complete and total collapse. And I just don't see it happening. The guy does zero of that in his history. Zero of that in his history. We have Tennessee at 7.5. Feels low. Feels a little bit low. I have projected the win totals for every single team in the SEC. I have Tennessee at 8-4. Auburn is at 6.5. Remember, Auburn is the one I feel like we got a swing game, a big-time swing game there. Tell me what happens when Auburn hosts Florida and Vandy. When they host Florida and Vandy, all right, they split those games, they're 6-6. They sweep those games, they're 7-5. What happens when they host Florida and Vandy? They lose both those games, they're 5-7. Because they then go on a run where they're at Tennessee, at Georgia, LSU, and Ole Miss. So, I believe they lose those 4. So what are they going to do with the Florida Vandy game, back-to-back home games? And I do believe they beat Baylor in week 1 with DJ Lagway. Baylor coming in. They beat them down there. I think they beat them in on the Plains. And then Vandy is at 5.5. I've got Vandy at 6-6. All right, their non-conference schedule is weak. I mean, the NC State game is a game. You know, at least that's an ACC team coming in after they play Austin Peay in Delaware. So I think they come out of the chute 3-0. Then I think they're 3-3. I think they lose at Auburn. I think they lose at Georgia. And I think they lose against Ole Miss at home. I think they beat Arkansas, Kentucky, and Mississippi State. And then they finish with 3 losses against Alabama, Florida at Florida, and Tennessee at home. All right, so we'll see. Prove me wrong, Clark Lee. You know, I hope he does. I hope he can prove me wrong. So if you want to get in, you can do it. 256-576-4977. Steve Sarkisian, late yesterday after the show, getting loose once again, talking about his schedule.
But I have to go back to 2023, really, we beat Alabama at Alabama. And that might have been the game that probably got us into the playoff that year in a 4-team playoff. We played at Ohio State last year. We played at Michigan the next year. I'm not saying that was the game that got us in, but it surely played a part, right, of getting us into the 12-team playoff, and it got us a better seed winning that game. Last year, we didn't win the game at Ohio State, okay? And so I'm torn because I have two thoughts on this. One is, if we beat Ohio State last year, surely we're in a much better position when it comes to the playoffs. But on the other side of it is, if I don't play Ohio State and I play Jones Junior High, and we're 10-2, and our 2 losses are to Georgia and Florida, we're a playoff team. But like anything in this world, if you want to be really good at something, you got to take risk. There's calculated risks involved in life that you have to take. It's no different than playing quarterback. You got to take some risks at times. There's no different than being a play caller. You got to take that risk. There's no different than investing in a company or not. You're taking a risk. And so, yes, there's risk involved in playing a high-level non-conference schedule, but there's a lot of value in that win. There's a lot of value in that win if you can get the win. And so is the juice worth the squeeze or not? That's what we're all tasked with. And so I don't know yet about Notre Dame. We'll see, because I think the committee's got to show us what happens now and what's the value that they're placing on strength of schedule. And are we going to let a 9-3 team in as an at-large? We'll find out. And I think that this year is going to be a great test to that of what that looks like.
Ooh, was it Hugh Freeze? Remember when Hugh Freeze said, "Are you going to let us in the playoffs at 9-3? I don't think so." That was when it was a 14 playoff. What would the line be between Texas and Jones Junior High? I'm thinking Texas would be a pretty big favorite in that game. I'm not sure that they would let them in. I'm just going to go on a limb right now and say that they probably are not letting them in to the playoff if, in fact, that happens. If they go play Jones High School. Look, they dominated Ohio State at Ohio State. They just couldn't finish. Just win these games. I mean, what do we want? Do we want just a mealy-mouthed 12-week season so that we can get into the playoffs, so that you get beat in the first or second round of the playoffs, or maybe you get 3 games in the playoff? I mean, is that what we want in college football? Play these big games. So maybe it costs you the playoff, but the entirety of college football has to remain a thing. The whole thing. We can't let this become the NBA, where we don't even pay attention. Well, all we pay attention to. And look, I'll be honest with you. They did this to college basketball. I mean, everybody's a college basketball fan in March. But we've gone to the point where, what games do you watch in the regular season? Of course, you're going to watch some big conference games. But what else do you watch? You watch those early season tournaments where it's all good on good on good. That's what you watch. That's what you want. And then you don't watch again, for 3 months until March. Be honest. The beauty of college football still, at 12, I'm okay with 16. That's it. But the beauty of college football is that week 2 game against Ohio State is massive. Now, if they had not lost, they keep talking about the loss to Ohio State and how that's the thing that, knocked them out. What about any of the other losses? If they were 10-2 with that loss to Ohio State, they'd have been in. They had 3 chances to not lose a game. They didn't have to lose 3. Just drives me nuts. I'm done with it. 9 game. Look, you're playing a 16-team conference too. So the 9-game, and everybody's like, "Oh, how is the committee going to treat this 9-game SEC gauntlet of a schedule?" Look, I'm an SEC honk, you know that. But don't make it sound like there's not cupcakes in the SEC. Now, there's not as many as that are in the Big Ten. It's certainly not as many as are in the ACC and the Big 12. I get that. But come on. It's not like, every single game is a gauntlet. It's not go there. There are teams in the SEC that, are quasi cupcakey. There's reports out there that LeBron James is going to the 76ers. 2 years, $8 million. So it looks like that's legit. Now, I have not seen it yet on ESPN.com. Let's see if they got a little breaking news thing going on over there. Yep, there it is. Okay, LeBron chooses the 76ers, signs a 2-year contract to go play for the 76ers. Whatever. So that's where he's going to go. 42 years old, I guess, during the season, something like that. Nick Saban had some advice for Lane Kiffin when Lane goes back to Ole Miss early in the season. Remember, Saban was the target of a lot of negativity when he went to LSU with Alabama. Now, remember, Kiffin's already been through this when he went to Tennessee and had golf balls thrown at him and mustard bottles. But this was Nick Saban's advice to Lane Kiffin, and maybe somehow Miss Terry has to get involved.
Say this, Lane, when you get to that game, give me a call, because you're going to break the record for the ass kicking you get for the place you go back. Because I have it right now when I went back to LSU after leaving and going to Alabama. All right, so I'll give you some coaching points on how to get through that.
Because you're going to break the record. I mean, it's a Tennessee thing. We remember the mustard stuff. Yeah.
Well, he'll be there for college game day, so I probably need Miss Terry, because I do remember, even though at this point you'd been back to LSU a lot, but I'm walking on the sideline before the LSU game, that they still dislike him there at the time, and the fans are yelling stuff at him. And, she's got the stuff, she's like putting it on the ground. I'm like, well, what are you doing? She's like, there's real voodoo here in the stadium.
So you said, okay, that's true.
Yeah.
What was it?
There's real voodoo, and they don't like Nick here, so I got to spread this stuff out to make sure we're going to be okay. Whatever.
Holy water. She took holy water.
Really?
On the sidelines.
Oh, that's good.
Push the voodoo out.
There's got to be film of this. There's got to be. This has to be on tape somewhere. Would she help him then at Von Hemingway? Would she be by his side?
She loves Lane. I'm sure she will.
Holy water. Miss Terry sprinkling holy water. What's going to be worse for Lane? Going to Hemingway or going to Knoxville? We'll hear what Josh Heupel had to say about that in a little bit. John Summerall talked about his time at Grissom and the fact that his daddy wouldn't let him quit.
Huntsville, Alabama, let's go. I went to Grissom, and as a freshman, I played on the varsity some. Not because I was any good. We were 1-9, okay? There was one particular other high school in my hometown that some of the guys were trying to get me to transfer to their school. I'm not going to name their name. But my dad wouldn't let me do it. My dad's like, no, if you're any good, you'll make that place better. My sophomore year, we went 3-7. My junior year, you didn't feel it tangibly with the record, but you could feel us getting better. We went 3-7, and the losses were less ugly, maybe. And then my senior year, we went 12-2 and went to the state semifinals. Lost to Hoover, Rush Probst's first state championship at Hoover. That was, I think, for me, really a foundational experience for walking into maybe a non-traditional football power in the state of Alabama high school-wise and helping get it right and being a leader on that team and helping maybe change the direction of the program. That was a fun experience for me and something I'll never forget. So thanks for asking, man.
Yeah. I don't know who asked. I don't know if that was one. I mean, he said Huntsville, Alabama, and we were the only ones there from Huntsville, Alabama, so I don't know who asked that question. But I feel like for when Florida is in the Friday trifecta in future weeks. I feel like I might have a new drop for Florida.
Huntsville, Alabama, let's go.
How about that?
Huntsville, Alabama, let's go.
Yeah.
Huntsville, Alabama, let's go.
There you go. Now, some people have said, look, the guy was an offensive lineman. Offensive linemen don't lead a team. I mean, bull crap. Okay? Bull crap. And they had it going there for a minute. Of course, you had Jason Swain on that team as well. And, that 12-2 team. But he hung in there through those hard times. No doubt about it. We'll snag a break. If you want to jump on board and get into the future facta, you can do that. We've got more sound for you as well. We're back to 2 hours. We're back to 2 hours. So if you want to jump on board, 256-5764-97.7. It's the Thom Abraham Show. Back with more in a moment.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
It's a NASCAR Triple Header weekend in Indianapolis with the Truck Series tonight at the Lucas Oil Raceway. Lane Riggs plus 250, Chandler Smith plus 350, Caden Honeycutt 6-1. Tomorrow, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Pennzoil 250, Justin Allgaier the plus 350 favorite, Chase Elliott 4-1, Sam Mayer 6-1, and Danny Hamlin the plus 350 favorite to win Sunday's Cup race, the Brickyard 400. Tyler Reddick plus 550, Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson both 7-1. Braves and Orioles today at Camden Yards, Atlanta minus 101. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. I know your accident is the real thing, and they happen to real people.
I'm attorney Justin Lackey. There's a lot of talk right now about bigger, but when you've had a wreck, is bigger better?
I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. Do you want to be just a case number?
With offices in Huntsville and Scottsboro, we take the time to help.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Are you tired of chasing a roofing contractor to show up on time, or even show up at all? I'm Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Our motto at Fleming Roofing is we show up. Our goal at Fleming Roofing is to provide the reliable customer service that you deserve, and we have the resources to meet all of your roofing needs: residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. We are manufacturer certified for roof coatings, single-ply membranes, and asphalt shingles. Whenever you need a roofing professional you can count on, call Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We are committed to finding the solution that meets your needs. We don't have quotas or heavy-handed sales tactics. Fleming Roofing, we have expert experience. We show up. Free estimates, residential, commercial, industrial, replacement, or repairs. Check us out at FlemingHSV.com. FlemingHSV.com. When you need a quick response, it's Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
Hi, my name is Dan Aldridge. I'm here to let you know about the Aldridge Law Firm and the soon-to-be-announced Legal Town Center. I've been practicing law in Alabama since 1984, and I also practice in Tennessee. And I'm from North Alabama, and I'm here to represent you and take care of your legal needs. For many of us, hiring an attorney is not high on the priority list, and maybe a little scary, but it's something that we all need at some point. So by all means, do your homework. And if you need representation for car accident, wrongful death, medical malpractice, nursing home abuse, or estate planning, or any other matter, just give us a call at 256-534-3188, and you can email me at dan That is Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. God bless America.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Isn't the story of the prodigal son an amazing story? Basically, a rowdy boy who literally wished his father dead, ran away, and consumed his wealth with hard and fast living. Yet the father looked for his return every day, and when the boy got tired of eating pig slop, he decided to return. What did the father do? As soon as he saw that boy, he ran to him, threw his arms around him, and killed the fatted calf for a great celebration. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of the Cross Point Church. If you're looking for a church home, come see us, smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison.
This segment of the show is brought to you by the Docs at TOC. You know, I'm always talking about these people that I've known and trusted in the Tennessee Valley for over 20 years. Well, my buddy Thom Perkins and the Docs at TOC certainly fit that description. And when my own family has needed an orthopedic specialist, TOC was the only call to make. There is a reason why almost all the schools in the region use TOC, because they are trusted and they provide the kind of care people need. TOC is the orthopedic center. It's right there in the name, and they're right there when you need them.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries.
I told you the show is like Cheers, man.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
Everybody knows your name. Welcome back, Thom Abraham Show. A couple of minutes ago here before the top of the hour. You want to get in on the picks, certainly you can do that. We have your future factor for you. We'll be resetting that at the top of the hour. But Harry is up next, and the good Colonel gets it. I call him Colonel. I don't know what rank he topped out at. He's up next. Harry, welcome in. How are you?
Hey, Tom. Thank you very much. Hey, I'm over on all four. I'm optimistic.
See, you are optimistic. Some of the guys are very pessimistic. But Harry is going to go over on Alabama at 8.5, over on UT at 7.5, over on Auburn at 6.5, and over on Vandy at 5.5. All right, you are an optimistic dude.
So, Tom, I got something for you from your perspective. Lane Kiffin and LSU deserve each other, and I think what you heard from Kiffin during the media day was he's come to the reality. It's put up or shut up. He's got himself in a position where the fan base is whipped to a frenzy. Money's been out the door. He's got a quarterback that he bought, poached, whatever you want to fill in the blank with. And he's very concerned because Lane Kiffin, emotionally, he's like the Chinese potter's daughter. He can't deliver. He's got flaws. He's going to struggle. And I think I heard some of that as a leader. I heard some of that in his soliloquy during media day. He's not confident right now that he can deliver, and he's going to be held to task and accountable. When you look at emotional energy, intellectual energy, and physical energy, he is lacking in this move from Ole Miss to LSU. And I think LSU is at a turning point right now, and he realizes he's in the focal point of having to deliver. And emotionally, he's struggling. He come off of social media. His tone and context of the discussion he had, he didn't want to answer any questions because he's struggling right now, in my opinion. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm a soldier and an engineer, not a sportscaster making a living at it. But I heard fear in his voice.
Wow. All right, that's Harry. Thanks for the call, Harry. That's a good job by you. I think he's got confidence, but I think that the difference between Ole Miss and LSU, it's so stark because of the fact that at Ole Miss, you win 10 games, they throw you a parade, and he's the guy that's elevated a program. You now go to an LSU team that's won national championships in the last 20 years under Nick Saban, under they did it with Ed Orgeron. They did it with Les Miles. So they've won national championships now in the last 20 years, multiple national championships. So now there's a different standard. Our number 2 is
This
next.
is Jen with The Haven, a private event space located downtown Huntsville. If you haven't been before, this is the perfect spot for your event. Whether it's Christmas, the holidays, birthdays, weddings, rehearsal dinners, you name it, I can provide that perfect event for you. We tailor everything just for your needs, from food to flowers to the band to drinks. You name it, we've got it. The Haven, located at Meridian Crossings, downtown Huntsville.
Eagle Masonry and Installation. It's right there in the name. Eagle is your one-stop shop for block, stone, or brickwork, monument signs, and outdoor kitchens and fireplaces. Eagle also offers the finest craftsmanship and insulation, including fiberglass or spray foam insulation, and of course, insulation removal. Philip Love and his team have years of experience, bringing the region the best in masonry and insulation services. For more information and a quote, visit insulatewitheagle.com or call 256-755-1556. Eagle saves you time. Eagle saves you money. Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com.
Welcome to Southern Wagyu Steakhouse and Meat Market in Huntsville. From hand-cut premium steaks and chef-crafted Southern favorites to phenomenal made-from-scratch desserts and restaurant-quality meats you can take home. Every meal is made with passion and served with genuine Southern hospitality. Join us for lunch or dinner. Attend a monthly 5-course supper club or stop by to stock up your grill. You'll see that we deliver excellence from prep to plate. Southern Wagyu Steakhouse and Meat Market, corner of Highway 72 East and Jordan Road. Come taste the difference.
The Orthopedic Center. It's in the name. TOC, the premier choice for all your orthopedic needs. With over 40 physicians and 20 centers of excellence, TOC is the name to trust for complete, expert orthopedic care. And that word center, we mean it. With more than a dozen locations across North Alabama and the Tennessee Valley, TOC is in your community whenever you need us. As the state's largest orthopedic practice, TOC is built on trust. Trust we've earned with every patient we serve. You can see that trust on the field, too. As the official sports medicine provider for the Huntsville Havoc, Huntsville City Football Club, Oakwood and Alabama A&M universities, thousands of athletes and coaches count on TOC to keep them in the game. From student athletes to unexpected injuries, our urgent ortho clinics offer prompt, expert care. No appointment necessary. So remember, when it comes to your health and mobility, trust the name that says it all. TOC, helping you live a better life.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
A wise man once said, "If you take care of old folks and children, everything in the middle will take care of itself."
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. In the next 20 years, the number of those folks over 65 years of age will more than double. In our golden years, the most important goal is to be treated with dignity and have control over doing what makes you grateful with those you love. At the Aldridge Law Firm and the Legal Town Center, we're dedicated to help you with these goals, and we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188 or online with Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Just remember, we're here to help. Whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete, we're here to help.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by Ross Roberts and his team at Valley Equipment Rental, and they have a brand new product for you. If you happen to be standing on a concrete or tile floor, Valley Equipment has the exact machine for you. Now, whether it's new construction or daily work environments or an area that's been neglected for far too long, the Valley Equipment team of experienced professionals can help you get the right floor scrubber or sweeper for your needs. Call Valley Equipment and ask them for more details on how they can help you out today.
You need to be more like a dog.
Like what you guys are doing. You've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. Guys know what they're talking about.
Be a dog.
God bless the show. You are the Messiah.
We need more dogs.
This is the best show on radio.
The big dog, Thom Abraham, is here with you.
Hey, I see you. I see you, dog.
So settle in and get your bark on.
That's my dog.
Now live, here he is, the big dog.
Let's go, baby!
Thom Abraham.
How you doing? 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 Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like Elle McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond? Get off my
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
And welcome in on a Football Friday in the Doghouse. That means football music throughout the show, and I don't even have to say no matter what season it is, because as far as I'm concerned, it's football season now that we're post SEC Media Days. And we have brought back, of course, the Owen Home Appliance Friday Trifecta.
It's the holiest day of the week. The Friday Trifecta.
Not heard from Paulie in the Cape yet. And you say, how can you do a Friday Trifecta? Well, for our newbies, and we just added a new audience listening in Nashville and in Murfreesboro on WNSR. And, of course, we always have 97.7 ESPN in Huntsville. That is our flagship. And, of course, ESPN Winchester and Winchester, Tennessee as well. So for you newbies out there, this is how it works. Each week I put up 3 or 4 picks for college and NFL games. You make selections on the air or on the text window. Those are the only 2 ways to get in. We post the picks on the social media as well. You can check that out. They're posted at my X feed at Thom Abraham Show, where you can also watch the show on WZZN TV. If you hit the weekly trifecta, you get fed from Champy's Chicken. And then you're building points for every time that you hit the season-long grand trifecta, which ends after the Super Bowl, and you can win a fabulous grand prize from Owen Home Appliance. Last year we did a whole kitchen. But, a lot of people, they don't want to change your kitchen out necessarily, or they got a new kitchen, or it's a big project, you got other things to do. This year we're leaning into an outdoor kitchen. All right, we don't have all the details yet. We'll give you more detail as Mike Owen gets the details on it. But Mike and I have talked, and we're kind of leaning in to an outdoor kitchen, which anyone could use. I mean, that's just a beautiful thing. I keep threatening to build an outdoor kitchen, and I'm going to get this done here pretty soon. So now for the next several weeks until the game starts, we're running our future factor. We got win totals for select college and NFL teams. There'll be 20 picks in all over 5 weeks, all right? So you can get in right now, 256-576-4977. You can jump on board with us right now and get your picks in. You can also text your picks in at the text window, which is 732-9TA-SHOW, 732-982-7469. Here are your win totals for this week, okay? This week, 12 games, regular season only. Alabama over or under 8.5. Tennessee over or under 7.5. Auburn over under 6.5. Vandy over under 5.5. Those are the actual Vegas numbers. Next week, we will add 4 more SEC schools. We'll have Georgia, Florida, probably LSU and Texas. That's the way I'm thinking I'm going to go right now. And then after that, we'll have 4 non-SEC teams. Then we'll have 4 NFC and 4 AFC teams. And to score points each week, you need to get 3 out of 4 right. So if you get 3 out of 4 right, you get 3 points on the big board. Then it goes right to your score. If you get all 4 right, you get 5 points, and you get the chow from Champies. We're not confusing this now with Beat the Big Dog. That's the Thursday thing. That's just one of you against me. And you can win a T-shirt that says I beat the Big Dog, and you can win tickets to the Music City Bowl. That's a different thing, okay? We'll get that started a little bit later on in the season. Now, as far as the text window, all right, Gainesville is checking in. Text window from the 352. I am not sure how you guys got into my YouTube algorithm, but great show. I'm in Gainesville, Florida, and your insight to our new coach has been great. Love the area, too, I dated a girl from Madison, Alabama, and I love Lake Gunnersville. Kevin in Hogtown. Now, look, I've spent a lot of time in Florida, was out in Florida for many, many years, was at a Gator affiliate down there. I had never heard that term before, Hogtown, for Gainesville. I mean, I know they raised a lot of hogs there back in the day when the Seminole tribes were there and all that stuff. And, of course, when you drive through Gainesville, you run through that swamp, and it looks like there's got to be hogs running around in that swamp. But I never had heard the term before. And he says he loves Gunnersville. I asked him if he's a bass fisherman, And he is. He says he used to be on the air in Colorado, and he says good radio is hard to find for me. Well, I'm glad that he's enjoying this show. And if you're still listening, and if you're a bass fisherman, you will also enjoy Bassmaster Radio, which I host, which is syndicated nationally on about 200 radio stations across the country. It runs every weekend. And you can find it at bassmaster.com/radio. It's bassmaster.com/radio. And then it's on streaming everywhere on a million different sites. And you can check that out as well. All right, we have sound. Been running some of the sound. I'm not running full interviews, but I'm running some sound from media days, some stuff that I found really good. Speaking of John Summerall, remember, John Summerall got loose. This was a question that was actually asked by my youngest son in Tampa. He asked him a question regarding sticking around at Tulane before he left for Gainesville. And the way my son asked the question, I texted him. I said, will you please ask him about his decision to stay at Tulane? So my son rephrased the question and said, you decided to stay at Tulane while some other coaches didn't, which was a shot at Lane, kind of. I wasn't asking him to take a shot at Lane, but in any event, he starts answering the question, and then a viral moment happened.
Well, I'd say no two decisions are alike. Like Lane and I are friends, and Lane and I talked several times through the process of October, November about what it was looking like for both of our schedules of how things were going to unfold. And you'd be kicked out of our team meeting. I swear. Like, you're lucky I'm not going to throw this freaking podium right now. It drives me crazy.
So, some people, some of the hoity-toities in the media are like, he shouldn't have said that. That was unnecessary. That wasn't cool. Why do you say that? Get out of here, okay? That's what you get with John Summerall. He's nothing if he is not 100% genuine. And he was being 100% genuine. That was it. That was it. That's what you get with that guy. Let me tell you another guy that was really genuine was Pete Golding. Now, I personally, I wasn't a fan of Pete Golding as the defensive coordinator at Alabama. Nick Saban loved this guy. He brought him on as a kid. And he's always talked about how smart he is and everything else. Pete Golding is a dude that I would like to hang out with and talk ball with, and I think is a really, really good football man. But I got to see a lot more before I'm ready to say that Pete Golding is ready to take a program, himself and keep it. Now, look, they'll continue to, he didn't bring Trinidad Chambliss in there, and that's a dynamic kid. And their schedule is a lot different than what it was last year. I think they're going to slip to 8-4. But I'm in a show-me mood on Pete Golding. But it doesn't mean I don't like Pete Golding as a dude. And apparently, he still has a decent relationship with Lane Kiffin.
Look, I get this everywhere we go. So we're on our caravan tour right now with Ole Miss. So we go every Tuesday and Thursday and take a couple players and go around the country. So we go Q&A with everybody. So it's everybody's telling me how you really feel about them. They're like this intimate, environment. But Lane and I are good. So, I did not know Coach Kiffin prior to taking the Ole Miss job. I think everybody just assumes Alabama. I wasn't at Alabama when Coach Kiffin was, So I didn't come to Ole Miss because of Coach Kiffin. I came to Ole Miss to be at Ole Miss to raise 3 kids. So, our relationship really grew in those 3.5 years, and he did a lot for me, and I was very, very appreciative of how he treated me and my family, and learned a lot from him. So I have no ill will towards Coach Kiffin. He texts me on a regular basis, and there's certain things that we'll talk about, and there's certain things that we don't talk about. He's very competitive, just like I'm very competitive. Right. And so obviously a lot of this went a different direction when now he had a new job with new responsibilities, and he's going to be super competitive to be the best that he can at that job. Right. Which is his job. And so I can separate the two. I know some people can't. I tell a lot of these people, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I don't care. All right. Like I told an Ole Miss group the other day at 21, I said, all right, in 2021, if you said you could look in 2025 and you're about to be 11-1 and go to the playoff, would you take it if your coach was leaving? They're like, hell yeah. I was like, you would. Everybody won from it. It's okay. Keith, like you made a great hire. You did a great job. Every place isn't for everybody. That's coaches, that's players, that's your job, that's everything. And that's okay, And so throughout the process, I'll be the first one to tell you, I told him I was think he was dumb if he was to leave. I wanted him to stay. That was a selfish decision because I love being the DC where I was at, right? But he decided what was better for him and his family, and that's for him to decide. So I have no ill will towards him at all. All right, wish him the best of luck. We play him like every other SEC team, and we're going to both show up and spot the ball and play. So I talk to him on a regular basis, but no ill will at all, right? And really appreciative of how he treated me and my family. And then this created an unbelievable opportunity for me as well on top that I really wasn't looking for, but so appreciative to have.
So he's going to continue to get asked this question. He's trying to be as straight as possible with Kiffin. And by the way, I believe every bit of that. I believe every bit of what he just said. He had the opportunity. I'm sure that Lane Kiffin wanted to take him with him to LSU, but he had every opportunity to do that, but was also offered the head coaching job at Ole Miss. You got to take it. You got to take it. But the coaching fraternity is a pretty tight group. I mean, are there coaches that don't like other coaches, and those feuds will stay forever? Absolutely. But for the most part, coaches are, look at DJ Durkin staying at Auburn. Having a chance to, he interviews for the head coaching job, and Alex Golish gets the job, and he tries to get DJ Durkin to stay, and Durkin stays as the defensive coordinator there. Look at Zach Arnett going back to Mississippi State. He was the head coach. And now he goes back. He's a great defensive coordinator. As a head coach, he's a really good defensive coordinator. Now he's going to go work for Jeff Levy there. You just don't know who the next guy is. It's like the radio business. There are guys that have worked. I'll give you a perfect example. The dude that is sitting in the control room right now. The Bandy Man. When we made some changes to the lineup at the flagship station in Huntsville, Bandy was out. Year and a half ago, he was out. We're like, we're moving on. We're going to do something different. Out. But you know what he did? He handled it like a man. He was classy about it. He says, anything I can do to, keep me in mind. He continued doing play-by-play. He didn't whine and moan like a little girl. And you know what? Opportunity came up a year later, and he's back. How long were you gone, Bandy Man?
About roughly. I mean, you were right on about, year and a half.
About a year and a half?
About last January. I mean.
Yeah.
No, I've been keeping track.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I really do appreciate those words, really, because thank you. And it feels good to be back in a familiar spot, back behind the board, and working with y'all again.
Yeah. But you handled your business properly. And we had this conversation when I had to make the move. And you handled it. I said, look, because it's a small, just like coaching, it's a small fraternity. You don't know who that guy is that's going to give you a gig down the road. You might have been giving me a gig at some point in time. You don't know. So you try to handle your business. Had another situation. And by the way, I've had this with Smokey Mike. Smokey Mike's been with me 2 or 3 times. In and out. Because he handled his business like a pro. I had this with the Swede. I had this with Cletus. I had this with, I'll be totally honest with Crazy Charlie in Nashville. Handled his business like a pro, came back into the business. Didn't burn bridges, understood, okay, I'm exiting. Doesn't matter whether on his own or not. I'm exiting. Keep the relationship strong. Boom, back in. You don't know. You don't know. I had a guy that 2 years ago, right about now, spent a lot of time pissing and moaning, whining and, about everything. Pulled the trigger. He tried to go scorch earth. I mean, nobody knows because nobody, knows him. But he went scorched earth, makes a lot of comments, acts negative, says a lot of stuff. He's never going to work in the business again. You have to leave the market. He's not going to work. There's nothing for him. There's no recommendation. There's nothing. I mean, it's how you take care of your business. So Golding, though, keeps getting asked the question, and I thought he made a great analogy. It's apparently Lane Kiffin is Pete Golding's ex-wife.
You've had to answer the questions about LSU and Lane probably in every presser since November, including this one right here. I just wanted to ask, once September 19th is over, win or lose, do you expect this storyline to kind of be put to bed, or do you think it's going to still follow you throughout the remainder of the season?
I think that's up to y'all.
Okay.
No, I mean, there's always going to be history. It's the ex, right? I mean, there's always going to be the history. Like, do you have an ex? Are you married? Okay. All right. Well, if you do get married, right, and you have an ex that your wife knows about, like, she doesn't ever end. She's never dead, right? Like, she's always going to get brought up. And so that's kind of it's where it is.
She's never dead. If you do have an ex, she's never dead.
Right now, right? That's always going to be there a little bit, which is fun to a certain degree. But, the thing about this league, as y'all know, like, your focus better be on LSU. It better be on LSU week 3, right? And if your focus isn't on a Kentucky at home and you lose the game and go to the playoffs, your focus isn't on a Florida on the road, right? When you're number 5 in the country and you lose it to the playoffs, like, you got to put your focus week in and week out in this league, which is what I love about this league. And then for us, the way our schedule's set up, we got Louisville, who's a top 25 team in a neutral site to open this thing up. If we're worried about anybody outside of Louisville, you better hold on. And so I think that's what I love about this league. It allows us as coaches and players, I know there's a lot of noise out there, to put our focus back on what's matter, and it's the next opponent. But LSU will get our undivided attention in week 3, and they'll deserve every bit of it.
Pete Golding. We got one other Golding cut I'm going to get to as well, but let me get Brandon in here. Brandon, welcome to the show. How are you?
Just listening to the fun. I'm going to make some picks.
All right. We have our future facta up, and for those of you that are newbies, this is the way it works. All right, Brandon, Alabama, over or under 8.5 wins?
Over.
You want to predict exactly how far over they're going to go?
I think we get to 10.
That's what I thought. I got them at 10-2. Where is your, by the way, because you're as big a Alabama fan as I know out there, where is your panic button? I mean, if they go 8-4, are you calling for his head, Kalen DeBoer's, or do you just put him on the hot seat and you better get it right next year?
I'm going to say hot seat, better get it right next year. I don't like the fact that he is not an explosive personality, but I do think the guy can coach ball, and it's changed. And he better figure out offensive and defensive lines, and if he doesn't figure that out, he's going to have a problem.
What about 7-5?
Yeah, well, it's going to get loud.
Is there a James Franklin moment? Does he get blown out? I mean, if the wheels come off.
I just wish they hadn't gave him the extension after last year. That's a lot of money.
Well, but they had to do it because everybody and their brother wanted him. Penn State wanted him. Michigan wanted him. They didn't want to go with the old guy from Utah. They wanted Kalen DeBoer. So they had to give him the extension. They were in a pickle. They were in a pickle because other people know what Kalen DeBoer is. All right, Tennessee.
I think he is a good coach.
He is a good coach. Tennessee, over or under 7.5?
Oh, I think they're over 7.
You know, and the thing too is, where do you go? You know, who is out there? If John Summerall was where he was at, you know, at that time when they were hiring, then maybe that would have been a different look. But he wasn't that guy then. John Summerall was just getting to Tulane and you know, taking over that program. So we didn't know who that was. So where are you going? Where are you going right now? You know what I mean? If you do pull the trigger, who? Dabo? What? He looks like he's over. Where? I mean, who? Who's out there that all of a sudden, Lane Kiffin? Are you going to leave LSU after 1 year? You know what I mean? It's timing is everything. There's no place to go. So he better get it right. Auburn over under 6.5.
Under, I think they'll get 6.
Vandy over under 5.5.
Well, they're tough for me because they've got a hell of a schedule. I'm going to go under and say 5. I think they can win 5 or 6, and it's going to be a toss-up.
Yeah. All right, brother, we got you in.
Hey, did you see that video I sent you about them softening the bumpers on the front of those cars at the short tracks?
I did not. When did you send that one?
I
Did
think
you
I
text
put
it or
on
email?
Facebook.
On the Facebook?
I think I put it on your Facebook, and dude, they're ruining it. I mean, you're making these cars where you can't bump somebody. I remember when they put an iron bar in the front of them so you could hit people so hard at Talladega you about knock them out of the seat.
Well, that was the push bar, you know, because they would push on the super speedways, and they beefed up the bumper behind the bumper. They had they literally had a cow catcher, you know, behind the bumper so that you could push. And you know, I'm not sure what the status is of that, but so softening the bumper, that's interesting.
Make NASCAR fun again.
Yeah, they've lost their way a little bit. I'll check it out. All right, man. Appreciate you. Good job by you, Brandon. All right, let me get one more peek. Let me close my Golding book because I got some other stuff I want to get in as well. I got some Hypo highlights. I got some Clark Lee highlight. But let me finish my book on Pete Golding. This one here, he was very adamant about. He got asked twice about the tampering because Dabo Swinney accused him of tampering, that they were tampering. And understand the way the rule is. A kid can go into the transfer portal. He says he's in the transfer portal, but you can't talk to the kid that's in the transfer portal. Apparently, he has to contact you. You can't reach out to a kid that's in the transfer portal, even though the kid said that I'm leaving the other place. And Golding, this was maybe the most honest thing we heard the entire week in Tampa.
Hey, Pete, Dan Walken, Yahoo Sports right over here. Yep. Sorry to pick at this again, but how would you fix tampering, or is it something that cannot be fixed in this environment?
All right, let me put it to you this way, okay? Like it'd be, so obviously you're a reporter, right? Would you quit your job before interviewing for another job or being offered another job? No, nobody would. But we have a portal that you can go in with a do not contact. I'm going to quit my job where I'm getting paid, and I'm going to go in saying I need a new job, but nobody can call me to interview. Like, what have we created? So we've created it on top of representation for these players, right? That it's their responsibility to make sure they get paid really well and they also have opportunities. So by design, it's put a lot of people in bad positions. And let's not act like recruiting in college football for the last 100 years is the most moral thing, right, that's ever been existed. I mean, like, what are we talking about here? So I'm really not going to get into my feelings, and I know how I've been educated to answer this question, right? Does that make sense? It's where we have a great compliance department, right, and all those type of things. But no, I mean, the model obviously has been broken, and I'm all for everybody being on the same playing field and doing the same things. I get it, but I think that's in any job, right? Like coaches, we're under contract. You don't think other ADs are calling us during the year? Same ones that are bitching about all this stuff are the same ones calling coaches, right, to come to other schools, right, and everything. So it's everywhere. It's in every profession. So I'm not saying I've got all the answers. I'm not saying that at all, right? Does that make sense? So we go within the rules of the program, right, and how the flow, just like when you're on the interstate and people are flying by you, what do you start doing? you're damn right you're going to get hit, right? Does that make sense? In this profession, you're going to get fired, right? So I'm not saying that, but I think there are a lot of people that are doing an unbelievable job, Greg being one, right, to make sure that, all right, everything's catching up. College football is constantly changing, all those type of things. So hopefully we'll all, decide on what's fair for everybody.
So there you go, Pete Golding. All right, we get a break. We'll come back. We got more sound. We got more phone calls. Jason, you stay put. You're up next. It's the Thom Abraham Show. Back with more right after this.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
It's a NASCAR triple header weekend in Indianapolis with the Truck Series tonight at the Lucas Oil Raceway. Lane Riggs plus 250, Chandler Smith plus 350, Caden Honeycutt 6-1. Tomorrow, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Pennzoil 250, Justin Allgaier the plus 350 favorite, Chase Elliott 4-1, Sam Mayer 6-1, and Danny Hamlin the plus 350 favorite to win Sunday's Cup race, the Brickyard 400. Tyler Reddick plus 550, Ryan Blaney and Kyle Larson both 7-1. Braves and Orioles today at Camden Yards, Atlanta minus 101. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
The Drive in Tampa is brought to you by the Huntsville Sports Commission. We do sports. Berkshire Hathaway Home Service. Rise Real Estate and Adams. Your clear advantage. Eagle Masonry and Insulation. We save you money. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Your trusted roofing company in Huntsville, Alabama. And by McCurry Van and Car Rental. Located online at McCurryRentals.com. Listen to The Drive from Tampa on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
If you're ready to lower your utility bills, it's time to call Eagle Insulation. Eagle can handle it all. Attic re-insulation, insulation removal, wall insulation, and new construction insulation, commercial and residential. Our primary goal is to save you money, and lots of it. Typical clients realize their return on investment within 3 to 6 months. That means the re-insulation actually pays for itself and then some. See if we can help you. Contact Eagle Insulation today, 256-755-1556, or log on insulatewitheagle.com.
You've got to experience Toyotathon at Bill Penny Toyota. They've got the selection with over 700 new Toyotas to choose from. And they've got the extras with Bill Penny perks and a 10-year unlimited warranty. So get on over to Bill Penny Toyota today and experience Toyotathon. Bill Penny Toyota in Huntsville and online at BillPennyToyota.com. Bill Penny's Toyota 10-year unlimited warranty is valid through the 10th year of ownership. Valid on new vehicles only. See dealer for details.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all, with features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
I'm attorney Gary Lackey. I know your accident is the real thing, and they happen to real people.
I'm attorney Justin Lackey. There's a lot of talk right now about bigger, but when you've had a wreck, is bigger better?
I'm attorney Jennifer Lackey. Do you want to be just a case number?
With offices in Huntsville and Scottsboro, we take the time to help.
The Lackey Law Firm. The Lackey Law Family. 1-800-4-RIGHTS.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tom Abraham here for my friends at All About Water LLC. Look, those spring and summer rains are going to hit at some point, and when they do, you need Ryan at All About Water to help you deal with keeping it away from your foundation or doing damage on your property. Now, his background is in fluid dynamics, and that assures you that they can handle any job, including building and maintaining a pond or any other sort of water feature. Learn more at allaboutwaterllc.com. That's allaboutwaterllc.com. And welcome back. Tom Abraham Show. Phone lines are open on a Football Friday. We have broken out our future fecta for you. We've got 4 teams that we are looking at this week, and it is Alabama over under 8.5, Tennessee 7.5, Auburn 6.5, Vandy 5.5. Those are the Vegas numbers. So if you want to get on board with that, certainly you can get on board with that. There will be 20 teams by the time we get toe meets leather. There'll be 20 teams that we have picked. There'll be 12 college teams, and there will be 8 NFL teams. So this is the beginning of all of that. We figured we'd roll these teams out right on the heels of SEC Media Days. And speaking of SEC Media Days, the results are in from the media poll. And I got to be honest with you, I'm going to say this right off the top. 164 total voters. I mean, there's like 1,100 media there. I have never seen it only be 164 total voters. I mean, they used to get at least half of the people to vote. There'd be 500 votes, 400 or 500 votes. There was 164 unique voters. That's it. So you're talking about maybe 12, 13%. Basically, 85% of the people that were at SEC Media Days did not vote in the preseason poll. But this is the way it came out. SEC champion Georgia got the nod for SEC champion with 88 votes. Texas had 57. They're second. And then there's a big drop-off. Everybody figures it's Georgia and Texas in the SEC championship game. Ole Miss got 6. Texas A&M 5. Alabama 3. Can't remember the last time that happened. Oklahoma 2. LSU 2. Kentucky 1. Where's the guy that votes for Vandy every year? Predicted order of finish: Georgia, Texas, Ole Miss, Texas A&M, LSU, Alabama 6, Oklahoma, Tennessee 8, Florida 9, Missouri 10, Auburn 12, Vandy 13. Let me tell you something right now. Vandy's going to finish higher than 13th in the league. I think they'll finish higher than 13th. Kentucky, Mississippi State, Arkansas bringing up the rear. First team quarterback, Trinidad Chambliss. I voted for Arch Manning. Chambliss was my second team quarterback. Running back, Kewan Lacey and Ahmad Hardy, the running backs. Wide receivers, Cam Coleman and Ryan Coleman Williams. First team wide receivers. Tight end, Trudez Green from LSU. Guards and tackles, interior guys, Trevor Goosby from Texas, Caden Green, Missouri, Jordan Seaton, LSU, Ernest Green, the third, Georgia. Center, Drew Bobo, Georgia. So Georgia with 2 first-team offensive linemen. And if you want to know where the concern is for Alabama, they've got none. Michael Carroll made the second team. Georgia's Dontrell Glover made the second team. So 3 of their 5 offensive linemen, first or second team, preseason All-SEC. Gunnar Stockton, the quarterback, on the third team with Deshaun Bishop and Hollywood Smothers. Let's go to the lines. Jason is up next. Jason, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. I hope y'all are doing well.
Oh, we are fantastic. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Hey, I'm going to have to come up with my nickname again because there was like 3 or 4 Jasons that was calling in last year. And I'm winning this bucket of chicken. This is a 4-piece dinner I'm going to give you here in a second.
So Are you a Bama squeeze, a War Eagle?
Yeah.
What are you?
I don't know. I'm going to be worried. I'm going to be Hugh Freeze burner phone.
Hugh Freeze's burner phone.
Yeah.
Who's Hugh Freeze? I forgot about. I didn't even know who he is anymore.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got a job. He didn't get a job, right?
Yeah. He's got a job.
Does he?
Yeah. He's working, and no, he may not.
His job is fired football coach. I mean, it's a great gig if you can get it.
Right. That's what he's got. He don't have to work right now.
HF, BP, Jason. Hugh Freeze burner phone.
Well, that thing's hot, too.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right, I got you some picks.
All right, Bama, over or under 8.5.
Alabama way over. We're going to go 11.
Regular season only.
Yeah.
You know, I
11
flirted with 11, but I settled on 10 myself. Tennessee, over or under 7.5.
Tennessee's going to go over this year.
All right. Auburn, over or under 6.5.
Auburn is going under.
And Vandy, over or under 5.5.
All right, Vanderbilt. I love this Clark Lee. He is going to win more than 5.5. I'll go 7.
Wow.
But yeah, they're over.
Yeah. Okay. 7-5 would be a great, backup year after the 10-2. By the way, Diego Pavia got cut by he got cut by the Ravens before camp started. He was the 5th quarterback in their quarterback room, and he got cut before. You know where Diego Pavia needs to be? In the CFL. He's a perfect CFL quarterback on a 70-yard wide field. With 2 downs and rolling out. He's Doug Flutie. He needs to go to the CFL and play there for a while.
Yeah, I seen a picture yesterday, and it said it had the Ravens quarterback, and it said, "What's different between Diego and the other quarterback?" And they was doing a drill, and Diego was the only one doing it without a helmet. That'll get everybody else has got a helmet on, and Diego's out there without his helmet.
Maybe they didn't issue him one. Maybe they knew that he wasn't going to be around long, and they're like, "Look, yeah, you can hang out with us, but we're not even going to give you a helmet."
Yeah, that could be it.
It could be it. You never know.
Yeah. All right.
All Appreciate
have a good weekend.
So, Bandy, it says tin, as in tin can?
Yes.
Is that right? Or is it Tim? Tin?
Tin.
Tin. Tin is up next. Tin, welcome to the show, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, man?
Are you a first-time caller to this show?
Actually, yeah. Actually, to the future trifecta, yes. But I did some golf the past couple majors. I did that.
Okay. So you were with us on that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what's up?
I'm gonna give you my picks. Real quick.
So is Tin your given name, or is that a nickname?
No, it's Tim, like Timothy.
Oh, that's what I thought. See, he put down tin like tin can. That's why I asked him that. And he says, no, it's tin.
No.
Tim. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you pull for, Tim? We got a lot of Tims. We need to gloss you a little bit.
Actually, Georgia Tech.
Oh, so you're rambling wreck Tim is what you are now.
I'm a Tech fan because I can't stand Georgia. Let's put it that way.
Ramblin' wreck Tim.
There you go.
All right, so you're Ramblin' wreck Tim. So when you call and you say it's Ramblin' wreck Tim, and then we'll know who it is. All right, Alabama, over under 8.5.
Over.
Tennessee, over or under 7.5.
Under.
Did we lose Tim?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Tennessee, over or under 7.5.
Under.
Under, okay. Auburn, over or under 6.5.
Over.
And Vandy, over or under 5.5.
Over.
All right. Got you in, man.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, appreciate you. Speaking of Vandy, I'm a big Clark Lee fan. Didn't know that much about him when he first got there. Obviously knew he's a Nashville kid and he's a Vandy guy. But didn't know much about him as a coach. And so everybody is, picking him back near the bottom again. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. And he said, this isn't like a one-off thing.
Vanderbilt football has become something different. We've been learning what winning requires, what winning demands, and what winning can mean for our university, an athletic department, an entire community. It's been a remarkable journey, and I'm incredibly grateful to everyone who's had the courage to believe in our vision and walk beside us along the way. I'm especially grateful to our players, those who chose to stay and fight together to build something meaningful while the world laughed from the safety of the sideline. I'm indebted and I'm inspired. But let me be clear, progress is not the destination. Last season was not an arrival. It was simply another step in the climb.
Boy, let me see if I can find a spot of this one because I thought this was the most poignant comment in there. See if I got it right. I don't know if I did or not.
I'm indebted and I'm inspired. But let me be clear, I'm indebted and I'm inspired.
Yeah, he is. I like this.
To build something meaningful while the world laughed from the safety of the sideline.
That's like right from the critic. That's like Teddy Roosevelt's The Critic. I mean, that.
While the world laughed from the safety of the sideline.
While the world laughed from the safety of the sideline. Now, here's the problem. There's not one guy in the first, second, or third team offense or defense from Vanderbilt. And that's perception. That's the media's perception. We don't know what we're talking about. But that's the perception. Picked 13th in the league out of 16 teams. Nobody on the first, second, or third team from Vanderbilt. So this is a huge year for them. All right, we'll get a break. We'll come back. My favorite cut of the week is coming up in the final hour, or the final segment, I should say. And you can get your phone calls in, and we'll try and get you in here before the end of the show as well. It's Thom Abraham Show. Back with more right after this.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
Thom Abraham here for my friends at All About Water. Crazy name, huh? Well, let me introduce you to them. All About Water is the top pond builder anywhere in the Tennessee Valley, and that includes remodeling or cleaning out existing ponds as well. They also have monthly maintenance plans for your pond. Don't have a pond? Well, how about a fountain or water feature for your property to bring that soothing sound of running water to your happy place? On the other hand, maybe you have water on your property that you don't want. Well, Ryan at All About Water is all about water, so he could take care of that as well. He has a background in fluid dynamics, and what that means is that he could take care of any water issue that you have. Finally, how about that irrigation system that you have or that you want? Well, they do installs and maintenance and repairs on those as well, because they are all about water. Learn more at allaboutwaterllc.com. That's allaboutwaterllc.com.
In the market for a new or used car? Look no further than Hyundai of Decatur. With a large inventory of new, used, and certified pre-owned Hyundai models, Greenway Hyundai of Decatur is here to service all of your Hyundai needs. Come visit our exceptional service department as well. With state-of-the-art facilities and a caring team of automotive professionals waiting to service your vehicle, make Hyundai of Decatur your #1 choice for all your automotive needs. Give them a call today at 256-274-0279 or visit them online at greenwayhyundaiofdecatur.com.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
There's power in caring when it is put into action. Each year, our bankers serve on nonprofit boards, support our local educators, and volunteer with our hometown food bank. I'm Bobby Humphrey, Vice President of Business Development for Bryan Bank, and community service is just not a line item in our mission statement, it's who we are. Because after all, Alabama is our home too. That kind of commitment to community might not be what you would expect from a bank, but it's exactly what you can expect from us. Give us a call or stop by one of our 2 offices in the Huntsville area and experience unbeatable service and legendary results.
Bryan Bank Equal Housing Lender, NMLS ID 2428943, member FDIC.
Great food and the best live entertainment is what it's all about at the Furniture Factory Bar and Grill. Head to downtown Huntsville every Tuesday for karaoke on the only outdoor karaoke stage in North Alabama. Thursday night is the Valley's longest running and biggest bike night. Food and drink specials, giveaways, and live music on the patio. And the Furniture Factory menu is fully loaded with options from steaks to salads, plus a whole lot more. Featuring a weekday happy hour that starts at 3. 619 Meridian Street, downtown Huntsville, and online at FurnitureFactoryBarGrill.com.
No Wi-Fi?
How are we going to stream the game?
Mom, I have a research project due.
How are we going to make dinner?
Don't let power outages send your family into a meltdown. Get a Generac generator from Current Electrical. We keep your lights on and your Wi-Fi on. Visit gensuperstore.com or call 256-880-1880. Trust us, your family will thank you.
Most current way to keep your power on. GeneracSuperstore.com.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Tom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231. Welcome back to Tom Abraham Show. Still a few minutes to go if you want to get in. 256-576-4977. The Future Fecta is hot right now. You can find the Future Fecta at the various social media sites as well as at my X feed at Tom Abraham Show. So go there at Tom Abraham Show. I'll see if I can get it reposted on my Facebook page as well. But you'll be able to get it and get in. Obviously, on the text window, you have time. It's not like you have to get in today, but you have time to get in. But you don't want to wait, and then all of a sudden it's 4 or 5 weeks from now. Now you're making 20 picks, and I won't be taking 20 picks on the air. I won't be doing that. All right, so you can do them via the text window, but but that'll be it. Next week on the air, the ones we'll be taking will be the second wave of SEC teams that we have. Running back for the University of Tennessee is Deshaun Bishop. He is a third-team preseason All-SEC player, according to the media. He, for a 20-year-old young man, gave an answer regarding his faith that was, I thought, very moving.
When I ask teammates about you, they talk about the respect, the powerhouse that you are, and what you're building, but also how faith is so important to you. Why is it so big coming up this season?
Man, I tell you, I wouldn't be here without it. My Lord and Savior has treated me very good, more than I honestly deserve. Like I said, I don't really deserve to be in front of y'all, but by His grace and His salvation, He saved me from a really dark place, a path of destruction that I was on, and man, it was leading me down to a place I don't need to be. So when God swooped in and saved my life for what it to be, it came with all this that I received now. So all glory to Him, man. If you are out there and don't know much about Him, man, I encourage you to at least try to find a relationship with Him, man, because it changed your life for the better.
How have you kind of shared that message with the rest of your teammates as well, too? You said it got you to a place that led you to this special spot right now. How do you do that with the rest of your team?
Man, it's a daily battle, because I'm sure there's people trying to pour the gospel into me, man, and I wasn't listening. I ain't gonna lie. So it's a daily battle, just trying to live the way that I live, and man, believers, they look different, they act different, there's something different about them. When somebody sees something different in me, I want that difference to be the Lord. So just by the way I live my life, I just try to encourage them to, get on the right path, man, because, realistically, all this stuff we chase is temporary. We're chasing the eternal things, like getting into heaven, So that's the main focus we got to have on. Obviously, live life to the fullest, come to things like this, accomplish your goals, but don't forget to give God the praise, because He deserves it all.
Yeah. Yeah. That's called keeping the main thing the main thing. That's keeping the main thing the main thing, which is critical. And when you hear a young man like that speak that way about his faith, that's pretty inspirational. I love that. A couple of years ago when Ohio State won the national championship, there was a lot of talk about Trevion Henderson and some of the other guys on that team that had led a revival on that team and how important faith was in that team's success, to be honest with you. And that was kind of what they talked about, extensively. All right, a couple of other things we'll drop in there just from my favorites. I saved a bunch of my favorite little cuts. This was early on, day one. I was shocked that this didn't get more play. I'm no snowflake, but what Josh Heupel said about Lane Kiffin returning to Knoxville. He's going to have his issues in Oxford, but he's also going to Knoxville on November 21st.
Lane Kiffin made his return to Knoxville in your first year as a head coach. Things got a bit spicy. Do you think that fan base has kind of cooled off, and what do you expect in November when LSU comes to town?
Certainly hope our fan base hasn't cooled off. So, whether it's the grocery stores being fully stocked with mustard, or our sports stores making sure that they got reinforcements on the golf balls. Hopefully, Knoxville's ready for his arrival.
Now we know he's kidding. Obviously, he's joking around. Obviously, but the reality is, can you joke around about something like that? You're basically inciting your fan base to bring the golf balls into mustard. And let's get after it. I hope they haven't calmed down. Yeah, he'll go back there in November. Kiffin also commented on why LSU, trying not to go down the path he went down on the Vanity Fair article, but on what is different about LSU and why it made sense.
Now you have 12 players with Nike NIL deals, the first offensive lineman ever. No other schools above 8. We didn't say 12, 11. We didn't say just SEC schools. So it's a big reason why we're here. When I said that first press conference, it's just different. We're going to make this thing different than anywhere else to go when you combine LSU and us, and you're seeing it. We just on stage had that.
By the way, when he says LSU and us, what he's saying is LSU and me.
That question in the Vanity Fair and all that, whatever. And as I walked off, and I didn't really want to say it, but when you talk about the changes of places, somebody said it the other day. They said a month ago or whatever, they were like, well, he's been here 6 months and he's had more 5-star signees and commits than he did in the previous 6 years combined. That's kind of proof to me of the decision and of the combination of the two, us and LSU.
Yeah, us and LSU is me. and LSU. All right, now but now the standard's different. So now the standard's different. Now you don't get a parade for 10 wins. And the funny thing is, pre-Nick Saban, for a period of 20 years or so, LSU was Ole Miss. I mean, LSU was nothing. They really weren't. I mean, I think Alabama had beaten them 24 out of 25 times, 24 out of 27 trips or something like that, some ridiculous number. They were nothing. They were just middle of the pack. LSU. Saban goes there, wins a natty. Les Miles wins a natty with Saban's team. And then Ed Orgeron, which will end up going down as one of the most bizarre things that ever happened in the history of college football, has a team in 2019 that may be the greatest team in the last 50 years and wins a natty. So now you're there to win a natty. See how that works out. All right, that's going to do it. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Baumhauer's Restaurant, legendary food and legendary fun. Whether you're craving the freshest seafood from Alabama's Gulf Coast,